Do you ever feel a quiet hum of worry in the background of your day? It's that subtle unease that seems to linger, a constant companion that colours your thoughts and actions. It's almost like a low-frequency sound, always there, just beneath the surface of your awareness. It's a feeling many of us know all too well. From all walks of life, we share this common thread of concern, this undercurrent of anxiety that weaves its way through our daily experiences. It connects us in a way, this shared human experience of worry. Whether it's a looming deadline, the pressure to perform, or the fear of not meeting expectations, these professional anxieties can weigh heavily on our minds. Or a loved one's health, worry is a universal experience. The health and well-being of those we care about is often a primary source of concern, a deep-seated worry that can consume our thoughts and energy. We carry our own private list of what-ifs that can keep us awake at night, replaying scenarios, imagining potential problems, and fueling our anxieties in the quiet darkness. This constant hum can become so familiar that we barely notice it, like background noise. It blends into the background of our lives, becoming a normal part of our everyday experience, even though it's subtly draining our energy and affecting our well-being. But what if life wasn't meant to be lived this way? What if we could experience a life free from this persistent undercurrent of worry, a life filled with more peace and joy? What if that anxious soundtrack could be replaced? Imagine a life where the constant noise of worry is replaced with a melody of peace and tranquility, a soundtrack that soothes and uplifts your spirit. Imagine setting down a heavy backpack you've carried for too long, the weight of your worries finally lifted from your shoulders, allowing you to stand tall and breathe freely. That's what letting go of worry can feel like. A sense of liberation, a feeling of lightness, and a renewed sense of hope and possibility. God sees the weight you carry and invites you to set it down, offering a refuge from the storm of anxiety and a safe place to rest your weary soul. Offering peace in place of anxiety, a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that can calm your fears and quiet your mind. It's an invitation to trust, to let go, and to discover a rest you may have thought impossible, a deep and abiding peace that can transform your life and bring you closer to God. In his most famous sermon, Jesus spoke directly to our struggle with worry. He said, "Do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear." Worry doesn't add anything to our lives, it only takes away. Jesus asked, "Can any one of you by worrying add a single hour to your life?" The answer is no. He pointed to the birds and the lilies. God cares for them, and he cares for you even more. Instead of focusing on our problems, Jesus invites us to focus on God's care and seek his kingdom first. When we do, he promises to provide for our needs. It's a radical invitation to live by faith, not fear. Worry, that persistent hum in the back of our minds, can quickly escalate into a destructive force. It starts subtly, a nagging thought, but if left unchecked, it can consume our peace and cloud our judgment. It can feel like carrying a weight that grows heavier with each passing day, especially if we let it take root. Like a tenacious weed, worry burrows deep into our thoughts, intertwining itself with our fears and insecurities. It weakens our resolve and cracks the foundation of our inner strength. It distracts us from our purpose, pulling us away from the tasks and relationships that truly matter. Our focus becomes fragmented, our thoughts scattered, and we find ourselves lost in a maze of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. And it steals the joy of the present moment. We become so preoccupied with anxieties about the future or regrets about the past that we fail to appreciate the beauty and blessings that surround us right now. We miss the sunsets, the laughter, the simple pleasures that make life worth living. We weren't created to solve every problem alone. We have limits. It's a fundamental truth of our humanity. We are not designed to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. Trying to do so leads to burnout, exhaustion, and a sense of utter helplessness. The orphan spirit tells us we're alone, whispering lies of isolation and abandonment. It convinces us that we have no one to turn to, that we must face our challenges entirely on our own. But the gospel says we have a loving Father, a source of unwavering support and unconditional love. We are not orphans, we are children of God, adopted into his family and cherished beyond measure. God sees every detail of our lives and wants to carry our burdens. He is not distant or indifferent to our struggles. He is intimately involved in our lives, aware of our pain, and eager to offer his strength and comfort. Worry is a form of doubt, questioning if God is big enough or caring enough. It's a subtle but insidious way of undermining our faith, suggesting that God is either unwilling or unable to handle our problems. Letting go starts with surrender, admitting we can't do it all and looking to our protector. It's acknowledging our limitations and recognizing that we need help beyond ourselves. It's a conscious decision to release our grip on control and place our trust in a higher power. It's not about being passive, but about trusting God with what we can't control. It's not about giving up or abdicating responsibility, but about focusing our energy on what we influence and surrendering the rest to God's care. Take the next right step, the one small action you can take in this moment to move forward, and trust that God is working beyond what you can see, orchestrating events and circumstances in ways we may never fully understand. He's working behind the scenes, weaving together a tapestry of grace and provision. Place your worries into the hands of the one strong enough to carry them. He is the ultimate burden bearer, the one who can handle the weight of our anxieties and fears. Surrender them to him, and experience the peace that surpasses all understanding. Life can often feel like navigating a turbulent sea, with waves of anxiety crashing against the shores of our minds. We find ourselves burdened by worries, both big and small, struggling to stay afloat in the face of overwhelming circumstances. But there's a lifeline offered to us, a beacon of hope shining through the storm. The Bible invites us to cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Casting isn't gentle, it's forceful. It's not about delicately placing your concerns aside, but rather with intentionality and conviction throwing your burdens onto God, who is strong enough to carry them. Imagine the weight you've been carrying, the emotional baggage that has been holding you back. Now picture yourself releasing that weight, entrusting it to a source of infinite strength and unwavering support. God cares about every detail of your life, big or small, from the grand challenges that seem insurmountable to the quiet anxieties that whisper in the back of your mind. Nothing escapes his notice. He sees the intricate tapestry of your existence, the joys and sorrows, the triumphs and setbacks, and he is intimately involved in every thread. Worry keeps us trapped, building walls around our hearts and minds, limiting our perspective and stifling our joy. But giving our cares to God opens the door to freedom. It's like stepping out of a prison cell into the vast expanse of his grace. The storm may still rage, the challenges may still persist, but you're no longer facing it alone. You have a companion, a protector, a source of unwavering strength by your side. So how do you do this? How do you practically cast your cares upon him? Start with a simple prayer. God, I can't handle this. This is too much for me. Please take it. It's a humble admission of your limitations, a recognition of your need for divine assistance. It's a conscious act of faith, a deliberate choice to release your grip on the things that weigh you down, transferring your burden to his shoulders. It's trusting that he is capable, willing, and ready to carry the weight for you. You may need to do this repeatedly, each time worry returns, each time anxiety creeps back into your thoughts. Cast it back to him. It's a continuous process of letting go and trusting, a daily surrender to his loving care. Like the waves crashing on the shore, relentlessly washing away the sand, keep casting your cares upon him, knowing that he will never tire of receiving them. Freedom comes as you choose to live in his peace, not your anxiety. It's a transformation of perspective, a shift from fear to faith, from worry to worship. Embrace the peace that surpasses all understanding and allow it to guide you through every challenge and uncertainty. The Apostle Paul gives us a practical formula for overcoming anxiety. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Turn your worries into prayers. Be specific. Be honest. Approach God with gratitude, remembering his faithfulness. When you do, Paul promises, the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds. This is a supernatural peace, not dependent on circumstances. It stands guard over your heart, protecting you from fear and anxiety. Next time worry grips you, stop and pray. Add thanks and wait for God's peace. This peace is a gift, freely given when we engage with God. Let prayer and gratitude become your first response to anxiety. Watch as God's peace replaces your worry. At the core of worry is the fear of being alone, of having to solve everything ourselves. But the Christian faith declares, you have a Father who will never leave you. God is not distant. He is present in every moment, every struggle. When you walk into a challenge, he walks in with you. His love is greater than your biggest worry and stronger than your deepest fear. He invites you to bring everything to him, big or small. Resting in this truth changes everything. Our peace depends on who God is, not our circumstances. We can let go of control, knowing the one in control loves us perfectly. Faith is trusting that the Father who promised never to leave us will be faithful. In his presence we find true rest and confidence. We've seen how worry steals our joy and how Jesus invites us to trust instead. The Scriptures offer a divine exchange. Trade your anxieties for God's peace. The invitation is simple. Give all your worries to him, big and small. This is an act of trust. God, I believe you are strong enough and loving enough to handle what overwhelms me. Surrender is the key to a life of peace, and it's a daily practice. Each time worry resurfaces, give it back to him with a simple prayer. Over time, faith grows and worry shrinks. Today, step out from the shadows of anxiety and into the light of God's love. Will you accept his invitation? Cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you.